So I'll just repeat where you had been left. So road transport is particularly useful for transporting perishable things like milk, fruits, vegetables. Roads have been built up in hilly areas too, where even trains cannot reach. So roads transport is particularly used, mainly used to transport perishable things. Perishable means which can finish very fast, which can rot very fast, which can decompose very fast, like your milk, fruits. You cannot keep them fresh for a very long time. Alright, they need to be, if they have to be transported from one place to another, they have to be transported quick and fast. So for those to transfer, we use road transport. Okay, we use road transport because it can reach those places very fast. Now these places don't have to be very far, because road transport then is not advisable. It is not all that good to travel very far, only short distances. Roads have been built up in hilly areas also. For one thing, very big advantage that we have with road transport, that we can cut these mountains and hills and make roads. It is much easier to cut and make roads in hills and mountains than make those railway tracks. Railway tracks, as you see, it needs a bigger and longer bend if it needs to turn. Most of you who are in town, who are in Ranchi, must have visited Patratu. That Patratu Valley, if you see, roads can turn like a snake, like a serpent, okay, snake, very quick turns, okay, like this and like that. We can travel, we can make roads, buses can travel, but for a train to take that kind of very close cuts, very close turns, it's not possible. For a train to turn, we need a broader place for it to make a turn, okay. We need for roads it is easy, like this, okay, but for a train to turn, we need a broader place to make it turn. All right, so it is much easier for us to make roads in hills and mountains than the train tracks. Now we have railways. Railways are the main mode of transport in India. It is one of the main mode of transport. People take trains to travel to cities. Businessmen, they want to send their goods from one city to another with trains because it is cheaper and faster, and train journey for passengers, for people to travel, is also much comfortable than traveling in the buses. The first railway line in India was started in 1853 between Mumbai and Thane. Please underline this important line. So the first railway line in India was started in 1853 between Mumbai and Thane. Both are the cities in Maharashtra. Mumbai being the capital city of Maharashtra. Indian Railways connect almost all important cities and towns and carry millions of people and heavy goods from one place to another throughout the country. So not the Indian Railways connect different cities, important cities and towns, to help the people to travel, not only help the people to travel from one place to another, but also to see that the goods are also transported from one city to another. Trains are cheaper, please underline. Trains are cheaper, faster and more comfortable than road transport. So people tend to take trains to travel to cities, different cities, faraway cities, than taking a bus, because train travel is very comfortable. You can lie down, all right, you can whenever, even if the train doesn't have to stop, you can use the toilet, all right, comfortably you can sit. But bus becomes a very congested travel. Congested because the seats are very close to each other. You don't have much of leg room. Most of the time you are sitting and traveling, and trying to disturb the other fellow with your sleep. Okay, but in train we can sleep well. There are these berths which are made. If you can't sleep in the lower berth, you can go up and sleep in the top berth. Anyway, so trains are cheaper, faster and more comfortable than road transport. There are many types of trains. So there are many types of trains as well. Big cities like Mumbai, Delhi, Chennai have local trains. Now these big cities, they are very spread out. They spread out means they cover a very big area. Alright. And people from far away, they come to certain places, okay, to work. So they want to travel by trains, and government has made local trains to not to go to very far cities and towns. Within the city, within the outskirts little bit, they are plying, okay, they are plying on the tracks, okay, so that people, they can use it to commute to the main city, main part of the cities where they can work, where they do business. So they are known as local trains, okay. Rajdhani and Shatabdi Express train travel at a speed of about 120 km per hour. These are the fastest trains. These are one of the fastest trains that we have had. Now, okay, we have different trains which are faster than these. One of them being Vande Bharat. Vande Bharat. Okay, train 18. It is very fast than the Rajdhanis and the Shatabdis that we have. Plus there is another fast train which is known as Gatiman Express. Gatiman Express, again a very fast train which are faster than Rajdhani and Shatabdi Express. Kolkata and Delhi have an underground railway system called metro. It is very fast and convenient way of local travel. So like how they have local trains which are traveling on the land, okay, these cities, Kolkata and Delhi, they have underground railway system. Underground railway system where they have dug under the ground lot of tunnels which are, okay, which are used to make the underground train travel. They are laid tracks. Alright. So Kolkata and Delhi, they have metro train. There are other cities also which we are coming up, okay, with the metro trains. Even our town also, they were thinking, but now they are thinking on some other way of transport where they can use, I think, the land also to build a bridge. Some, I think, monorail or something it was there, which doesn't have all underground tracks laid. Travel is not all underground. Some part of, most part of it is above the ground. Now, you can see the map of India where they have the railway network, okay. You can see how these cities and towns of our country are connected by railway tracks. Now let us see in the do you know column. Do you know box? Okay. Do you know box is here? Okay. Do you know box is here? It says India's rail network is the largest in Asia and second largest in the world. So Indian rail network is the largest in Asia. As Asia, as you know, this is the continent, big continent that we are a part of it. So all Asia, like we have Japan, Korea, Malaysia, these are very big city countries, so rich countries. Okay, they don't have, but we even China doesn't have that big of, okay, largest, but we Indians have the largest railway network and second largest in the world. Water transport. Water transport is the mode of transport by a watercraft over a body of water. So water transport is the kind of a mode of transfer where we have a watercraft. Now watercraft can be a boat, can be a ship, can be steamers, okay, watercraft. Watercraft. So these can be your boats, all right, your ships, okay, your streamers, and etc. All right, these are the mode of transport. Okay, water transport. So water transport is the mode of transport by a watercraft over a body of water such as a sea, ocean, lake, canal or river. boats and steamers. Please make a correction. There's mistake in the spelling of streamer. Okay, the word is actually steamer. Steamer. So make a correction. Steam. S-T-E-A-M-A-M-E-R-S. It's not streamer where it is written here. Steamers actually, they are the engines which work on the principle of steam. Steam is produced. It gives the power for the piston to work, the motor, the propeller to move, okay, to make the ship move. Boats and steamers are used as means of transport on rivers. You go to Kolkata, if you ever get a chance, get down at Howrah station, okay, when you go by train. So to go across the Hooghly river, there's a famous Howrah bridge, and you can see, you can go across the river, all right, on the river, you can use both boats and steamers, all right. They'll help you to travel from one place to another. One end of this river to the other end, as in across, or you can go travel some laterally also, like that. In the sea, ships are used. They carry people and goods from one port to another. There are 11 major ports in India. Okay, like we have airports, so we have ports which help the ships to anchor, to stop. It helps people to aboard the ships. It helps people to load the goods or unload the goods from that particular place. Just like it has a bus stand, just like the railway platform, we have the ports for the ships. There are 11 major ports in India. These ports are connected to each other. All right. Jawaharlal Nehru Port in Mumbai is the largest port in India. Okay. So Jawaharlal Nehru Port in Mumbai is the largest port in India. Water transport is cheaper than rail and road transport. So it's very nice. So water transport is much cheaper than both railway and road transport. Heavy quantities of goods are carried from one country to another from ports. So big ships, they carry big loads, all right. Big containers are almost as this class that we have, okay, almost as big as this, or little smaller than this class, okay, class 10B that I am teaching you all from. So if you remember your 10B, you will know. Heavy quantities of goods are carried from one country to another from ports. Air transport. Now, before that, you can see this map of India, airways and sea routes. Okay, here.